in February, crypto platform Kraken announced that it connected with ICE Chat, operated by NYSE parent company Intercontinental Exchange. The integration paves the way for communication between institutional trading desks and Kraken's OTC desk. Joining us now with more is Gurpreet Oberoi, Vice President and Global Head of Institutional at Kraken. Gurpreet, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so how does the digital asset integration in the ICE Chat platform work?
You know, Kraken is one of the world's long-standing OTC desks, I think over 13 plus years. It now allows ICE and all its participants to access Kraken's deep liquidity direct through chat with best execution, custody, financing, all integrated into one.
So if I'm a user, what is that experience like for me?
So if you go in the ICE Chat, say you want to buy Bitcoin, ETH, any of our product suite, it basically pairs up to a prime execution, which executes across 17 plus venues, and with integrated financing, custody, depending on the use case you want, and seamless execution over chat. So all of ICE's participants, over 150,000 participants, which work with ICE Chat, can now execute through us in a seamless chat format, where the backend from Kraken's OTC desk handles prime executions, custody, financing, delayed settlements to accommodate for the client needs.
And Kraken is a digital asset platform. Can you take us through Kraken's offerings and services overall?
Sure. I'll speak about on Kraken Institutional. Kraken Institutional is one of the, as you mentioned, we had one of the first OTC desks in the digital asset space. Right now, we're live in 90 plus countries. We offer a qualified custody solution, prime execution, credit. We also launch yield solutions, where basically we allow clients to get yield on their digital assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We have the deepest liquidity for stable coins, where I think we're probably one of the deepest liquidity for stable coins in the world from an exchange perspective.
All right, and how will this partnership between Kraken and Intercontinental Exchange open the door to expand this integration across additional initiatives?
This allows, this is one of the few examples of TradFi and crypto merging, where the digital asset rails and the traditional finance rails are integrating. We're seeing this across many for a lot of institutional companies such as Deutsche Börse, et cetera, also leverage our rails. So what this means is now traditional financial firms can access deep liquidity from the digital asset space, and allows digital asset companies like ours to also leverage ICE's infrastructure and 150,000 plus partners for a smooth transition and execution.
And what types of conversations are you having with institutions at the moment in terms of how they're looking to integrate digital assets into their infrastructure?
I think right now, in the past few years, it was an experiment, now is happening. So tokenization is, I think, one of the big initiatives for 2026. We're seeing every large institution, asset manager, wealth manager think about and figure out execution plans and how to leverage, how to build tokenization platforms to leverage crypto distribution, and also how to leverage digital asset firms like ours to provide products and services to their clients. So if you're a wealth manager at a big bank, you're seeing a lot of their clients run off to crypto exchanges to execute and basically take their money off platform. A partnership with a firm like ours, we provide the full back-end infrastructure where a bank right now can provide seamless buy and sell, custody, financing solutions to their clients and keep their assets on their bank and their wealth management platform. So the convergence, we're seeing, look at Kraken's infrastructure layer. When banks, traditional institutions want to enter the space, like this ICE partnership, we basically provide the back-end technology to allow them to execute, and whether it's from wealth management, it's from ICE, where 150,000 participants can access Kraken's liquidity from its OTC desk for prime, custody, and financing. This applies to, I think, the global world. We're seeing this in the US, in Europe, in the Middle East, and we see this adoption to increase exponentially.
And how does embedding crypto into workflows impact investing habits?
It makes it more seamless, right? For example, you can borrow from you can cross-collateralize from equities to commodities to crypto. Basically in the past you need 5 accounts, one in Kraken, one in NYSE, one in different institutional venues. Now all the integration allows cross-collateralization, seamless execution, and I think every institutional firm has to offer this service now to stay competitive.
And what headwinds or tailwinds in the near future do you believe might impact the price of Bitcoin most significantly?
I think Bitcoin has a large capital markets, and anything with large capital markets sees ebbs and flows in volume coming in and out of it. So we see, if you zoom out, this is cyclical. We don't see any macro tailwinds to suggest Bitcoin has stayed on a longer downward trend. We can't predict the price of any commodity, but what we see going forward is tokenization is happening. Every large financial institution is adopting blockchain technology, adopting the rails of this technology, and we see exponential growth, across tokenized equities, which we launched in Kraken with Backed, and this traditional digital asset custody, which Kraken offers, and all of other services.
All right, thank you, Gurpreet Oberoi, Vice President and Global Head of Institutional at Kraken, for joining us at the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you for having us.